Welcome to the Art Ladies channel. This is a quick update on the fruit trees that I planted as a living screen to block neighbors' views. And I want to show you the 1 year growth. This is the back fence area, and since then I put in the little stone wall. I haven't quite completed this little stone wall yet. The peach tree gave some shoots near the bottom, and then the original peach tree died. The purple chase plant or bush is the purple bush that's blooming right now, and that bloomed at the beginning of the summer. It's July now, and it's blooming again. The guava trees are doing really well. Here's the guava that's next to that bird of paradise, and it looks like it's doubled in size. It's gotten a lot wider, and it had flowers on it, but I don't see it setting fruit right here. And then I'm going to pan out and do this area. This area has filled in quite a bit, and just this week my neighbor moved the camper to his front yard and actually posted it for sale. So I'm pretty excited. But I got a pretty nice screen going on right here, and I want the privacy anyways. I don't like looking at the camper, of course, but so regardless of whether he sold it or not, this gives a little bit more privacy from the road when I'm in the pool or the hot tub. The guava tree in here actually has a little, that I planted to the right, actually has a mini guava on it, or at least it did last week. Yeah, it does. Let me see if I can show you in here. Right here. So it's producing. If it had a lot of them on it, I would have pulled them all off, just so that it gives more energy this year to the plant itself. The papaya, which was almost the same height as this urn here, is way up into the magnolia tree. So I would say that has doubled in size. They grow really quick. And I like it because it has those big, large leaves, and that provides a lot of privacy. What's blooming right now is the pagodas, and they give lots of privacy too, but it's not year-round. Those really large leaves right here, they die back in the winter time. Since last year, I did plant a jasmine. It's not doing too great in the shaded area here under the papaya. But my plum tree, which I believe is a plum tree, that's behind this pagoda, is doing well. It wasn't that great. It's either a plum or, I think it is a plum. It wasn't that great when I bought it, and since then it has shot up and has a lot of new growth. It's the plant, the bright, from this tree here, the trunk, it's the one that's right to the right of it, and that is all the new growth. It's kind of spindly. I'm going to really fertilize it good, and then maybe trim the tips so it fills out a bit. What has grown really well is the Barbados Cherry, I believe that's called. And it has nearly doubled. It's a great shrubby tree. Here it is right here. And it blooms sporadically. It has not set fruit yet, and it blooms on and off, on and off. So I don't know what's going on. A lot of this needs a lot of fertilizing. I'm just walking right through it here. And let me show you on the side here. Here's my second one. And one of them I'm training, and I'm going to train the other one as well, but I have it so that it is like a fan shape. You can kind of see this diagonal, and this is a piece of bamboo, and I have it tied off so that it can grow up and spread out like a fan, so it gives more privacy. Here's a little bloom right here. This is a spent bloom. Let me see if I can get in closer. That little pink. I planted a jasmine bush and it's doubled in size. And I also have that plum tree that I planted, which is a tiny red plum. And I have a couple of the branches that are tall, right? Well, it's hard for you to see, but it's in the very, very middle here. And they're higher than these trees and bushes. They're almost as tall as my jessamine. It's a night blooming jessamine. So that's shot up like, I'd say 5 feet. Some of the leaves are dying back though. I hope I don't lose that one. The jasmine seemed to grow the best in this area, and that Barbados, I'll put the correct name up. I think it's the Barbados Cherry. But right here in this area directly behind the pool, this is complete coverage. So I'm pretty excited. And that jessamine bush, and it's a night blooming, it's not a jasmine, it's a jessamine, and that has doubled in size too. I keep on cutting it back. It's really huge and it's beautiful. Last night it smelled so good all over the deck, the pool deck. You could smell it the entire area. So that's grown up really well. So that's the update of how this living screen looks right here, and I'll show you what it looks like from inside the pool. This is directly inside the pool area, and I can barely see the neighbor's shed, which is only 5 feet from my fence, which is good. And he has a trailer parked about 2 feet from my fence, and I can barely see the black trailer, which is good. And then of course the camper, which is moved, but would be on this side. This is where the camper was. So those Japanese pagodas that are the red, that really helps screen it. And it's when I'm out here in the summer when I'm in the pool a lot that it really bothers me looking out and seeing that. So the pagodas really help hide everything. And then I'll show you the road view right here. And this still needs to, thicken up a little bit because I have quite a bit of space in between here that obviously you can see when people drive by, they can see right in the pool area. But it's coming along. It's definitely thickened up a little bit, this area. And this part over here is where I have not had any construction, so that's how it would have been on the other side as well, right there. It was thick and lush at one time like this on this side, but this is right in front of that fountain is where the trucks came in and out of the yard, so all of that was torn up from the pool.